Cajun home cooking. I can promise you, every kid growing up back in the day had rice and gravy. Their mama always cooked rice and gravy. It's an amazing dish. For me and our family, I was raised on a small cattle farm, and we butchered all of our cattle. Every day when I came home from school, we had rice and gravy. Now, when somebody says they have rice and gravy, you can get excited because they got some kind of meat coming with it, and it's going to be good. Today, I'm cooking shank, which is right below the brisket on the leg of a cow, and some short ribs, and just meaty and chunky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper these up. I'm going to put some olive oil in a cast iron pot, and we're going to brown them up. Now, the trick to a good rice and gravy is browning your meat. When you think you have that meat browned enough, keep browning. I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like, and it's going to make a beautiful gravy. I also have one large onion. I chopped it up already. Bell pepper, garlic. So one bell pepper, a large onion, fresh parsley. Got that chopped up. Green onion top. We got that chopped up. Salt, pepper. We got, use your favorite Cajun seasoning. I love K-Fred. Very good product. We use olive oil. Now, Mama used to use just vegetable oil or whatever. You can use anything. We're going to make some coleslaw with red pepper jelly vinaigrette. It's outstanding. So we're going to do that too. And for now, we're going to season the meat. I'll put a little salt on the meat, a little pepper. It's going to help give it a nice little crust. Both sides. Hit it with your Cajun seasoning. Now we're going to do this in layers. I don't want it too spicy because, look, what I want to hear from somebody is, wow, Terry, that was good. It had so much flavor in it. I don't want to hear that, oh, Terry, that was spicy. That's not what I'm looking for. I can't ever remember eating a meal at my mom's house growing up or even older. Ooh, Mom, that was spicy. Mama, that was flavorful. Full of flavor, so good, and that's what we're after. So that Cajun deal of, you know, food's got to be spicy where it burns, that's a myth. I mean, most families around here, they don't cook that way, especially the old timers. It was more just full of flavor, using all the ingredients that they grew in their garden. It was just a good time back in the day. So we're going to get started. We're going to get the pot heating up, and we're going to start browning these. I'm going to show you how that's done. All right, so I started heating up my black iron pot. I don't have any oil or anything in it right now, so I'm going to put a little oil in it. I have some olive oil. Get some good oil at the bottom. Went ahead and got a good coat of oil on the bottom. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and start putting our meat in there. You can hear it sizzling. Get that going like that. You go brown that for a good while. I'll show you what it looks like when I turn it, and what it's going to look like whenever we pull it. It needs to be real brown because we're looking to make all that glissons at the bottom of the pot. That's what makes a good gravy. So we're going to show you. If you notice, I only have the short ribs in here right now. I do not have the shank in there. There's not enough room. Each piece of meat needs to touch the bottom of that pot. So it's been on here probably about 10 minutes. Let's see what they look like on the bottom. I can go ahead and turn it to the side. I like a piece of meat when I do rice and gravy that has bone in it. It just tastes so much better. With that shank, a lot of that bone marrow is going to come seeping out. And that's like butter. So it's going to make it even taste better. We're going to keep going. My youngest birthday today, so he loves this meat, rice, and gravy. So I want to get that cooked for him. See, now I'm starting to have some room. I'm going to go ahead and throw a shank in there. Get that browning too. Go a little quicker. All right, so we're going to make some coleslaw with it. I have a 14-ounce bag of tricolor coleslaw. It's easier than chopping it up. So we're going to go ahead and get this in a mixing bowl. And like I said, we have red pepper jelly vinaigrette. So I poured up to there, in there, and I have some Cajun seasoning that you like. I don't want to do too much. Got a little Tabasco. Hit it with a few drops of that. Bring flavor to it. I'm going to kind of move this around. Get it all mixed in together. Now this is totally different. I came up with this one day when I was cooking my pulled pork sandwiches, and I wanted something to go on there that had some sweetness to it, but had a little bite to it. And man, everybody loved it, so I started making it. Oh, love it. And give it a little taste. I'm going to throw a little parsley, fresh parsley in it. Chives. There we go. The smell. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill out for about an hour. So we'll get back to the meat. I like to check it. I don't always turn it sometimes, but I'll take a look at underneath it. That looks really, really good. We're going to keep going a little bit longer. I mean, look at that. That looks good. Let this go for a while. I'm going to go ahead and pull those short ribs out, and I'm going to put the rest of that shank in and let it finish. And you can see that's good and brown. That's what I'm looking for. It's not burnt. Don't freak out. This one shank right here is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. I've been browning this for an hour now, so you can understand it takes a while. Not something that just happens right away. So don't give up. Be patient, because this is the most important part of your gravy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it now. We're gonna get our Holy Trinity going. The 1 large onion, bell pepper, the garlic, and we're gonna get that sauteed a little bit. I'll turn my fire to about a medium. I'm gonna go back with some Cajun seasoning, not a lot. We do it in layers. Right there. I'm gonna put a little bit of Tabasco in here. And we're gonna hit it with a little bit of Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. There we go. Now I use a flat spoon where you can scrape the bottom of my pot. I want to try to start pulling up all of that stuff that from the meat, all that grillage that meat makes it. Boy, if y'all could smell that. Whew. We're going to saute this until it becomes translucent, and then we're going to add our meat back to it and add some water to it. Straight water. And you'll see how the gravy's starting to make as we go. All right, now that it's translucent, we're going to go ahead and add our meat back. And all that good juice, we put all that back in there. Oh yeah, that's good. And we're going to put some water. We'll put a little bit more. And we're going to bring it back to a boil. And you're going to see that the gravy's going to start thickening up. So the hard work was done. I have the lid on it now. I'm bringing it to a boil. And then I'm going to bring it to a simmer with the lid on it. It's 4:30. I need to have it ready for like 6:15. So I'm going to put it on a simmer after I bring it to a boil, but with the lid on. And it's really going to hold a lot of heat. I like the black iron pot because it doesn't spew out. It keeps all of that heat inside of it. This is what Mama did. Mama had this ready every day after school. So probably after lunchtime, she started cooking for supper. So it was a constant job all day long for her. She was awesome. So I can hear it right now. It's boiling. Pull the lid. Yep. And I'm going to add my parsley in there. We'll go ahead and get that stirred around. You can see how it's starting to thicken right here. And you're going to see as we go, it's going to get a lot thicker. You can see some of the meat, the brown's already coming off of. That's why I'm getting my thick gravy. All right. We're going to bring it to a high simmer. And we'll put the lid back on it. And I'll check it in about 30 minutes. All right, let's take a look at it. It's now 5:35. It's getting close. Oh yeah, looking good now. Yeah, it's starting to cut apart now. See how that meat's tearing apart? That's what we're looking for. Getting all that stuff out from the inside of that bone. It'll be ready for 6. I'll take the lid off for the last 15 minutes and let it steam out and get real thick. Let's take a taste just to see how my seasoning is. Oh yeah, that's good. Very salty. Nice pepper, a little kick. It's very good. It's right on point. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and add our green onions. We got about 15 minutes left. Let's get that one out of there. There we go. Yeah, that meat's all falling apart now. That's what we were looking for, y'all. Perfect timing. Look at that. All right. Leave the lid off. Turn it on real low and let it simmer and let it thicken up. All right, got it ready to go. Put some rice on your plate, throw the gravy on top. That meat's just falling apart. It's so good. Very good. Don't forget, try the coleslaw. Thank y'all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Y'all give this dish a try. It's easy to make and it's so good. It's a Cajun tradition. Y'all have a blessed day.